All right, I want to start this lesson by giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah Chwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles and teachers and wise men of great millstone that I learned this truth from through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Salutations out there to the elect. All right, I want to do this quick lesson going into how vile and how ungodly these heathen nations are. Especially how wicked and ungodly these Edomites are. So before I play the video, the video says, Irvin dog trainer convicted of unaliving, cremating 11 dogs. You see, and that's how wicked these heathen nations are, especially the so-called white man. These Edomites, you see, they're wicked. So let's start right here in the book of Psalms 58. As you can see, the heading says, Prayer for the Punishment of the Wicked. This is Psalms 58, verse 1. It says, Do you indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of man? You heathen nations? Do you speak righteousness? Are you truly righteous? Let's get this in the NLT in another translation. It says, let's see. It says a song of David. It says to be sung to the tune, do not destroy justice. Do you rulers know the meaning of the word? Do ye judge the people fairly? You see? And in this society, these heathens, they don't judge fairly. You see, they don't judge uprightly. The sons of man, they're wicked. You see, they do what favors them. You see, they only do what benefits their agenda. You see. All right, verse 2. It says, "Ye in heart, yea, in heart ye work wickedness. Ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth." You see? So they work wickedness. That's their main agenda. To work wickedness because they are wicked, you see? So if it's to oppress a man in his house, you see, they're going to do it. As long as it benefits them, you see? Verse 3, the point. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies, you see? Which this is talking about the wicked, the seed of the wicked, you so-called white people, you Edomites, but it also can talk about these other heathen nations, you see, because they're wicked too, you see. They're ungodly. They worship idols, you see. They follow after the wickedness of you so-called Edomites, you seed of the wicked, you see. Which, let's give you an example of how these wicked heathen nations are and the wicked things that they do. Let's play this video. So, Lakia, bear with me.
Up the crimes. Good evening once again, everyone. I'm Colleen Williams.
And I'm Annabelle.
From a trusted trainer to behind bars, an Irvine dog trainer convicted of killing 11 dogs and then trying to cover up the crimes. Good evening once again, everyone. I'm Colleen Williams.
And I'm Annabelle Sedano in for Michael Brownlee. Tonight, 2 of the dog owners say they're relieved to put their nightmare behind them. NBC4's Hetty Chang has that story to you tonight at 6.
Marianne Berkovich shares these photos of her Pomeranian puppy, who she says was a big part of the family.
Cody was so sweet. He was energetic. He loved people. He loved us.
Almost exactly a year ago, Berkovich says she left Cody for a weeks-long training with 54-year-old Kwan Tony Chung Sit, an Irvine dog trainer who Orange County prosecutors say ran Happy Canine Academy. Berkovich says things seem to be going well at first.
I received a text message that Cody had passed away in his sleep.
And what was going through your mind, Marianne?
I was shocked. I was in disbelief. I was devastated.
Another dog owner, Amy Gutierrez, shares the almost identical text message she says she received from Sit, saying her dog Saint had died.
What was he?
You see, and that's how these heathens are. They're wicked. They're estranged from the womb. You see? It says the wicked are estranged, Salakia. It says the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies, you see? And that's how these heathens are. They speak lies. It's nothing for them to tell a lie. Let's read this in another translation, Salakia. It says, these wicked people are born sinners, you see? These heathen nations, they're born sinners. They're natural sinners. They're going to do wickedness. It says, even from birth, they have lied and gone their own way, you see? So it's nothing for these heathen nations. It's nothing for these wicked heathen nations to tell a lie, you see?
What was even worse was to read the next lines, which was, she has been lovingly cremated. Let me know when you're ready, and I'll give you her ashes. I thought it was a trick. I thought it was a joke. This couldn't be real.
Nope. Sit.
Prosecutors say Sit killed 11 dogs by keeping the animals in small crates in a hot van where they say the dogs died of heat stroke. Sit was convicted yesterday of 11 felony counts of animal cruelty and 7 misdemeanor counts of attempting to destroy evidence after prosecutors say he tried to have the dogs' bodies cremated in an attempt to conceal how the dogs died. Sit's girlfriend was convicted of accessory to a felony. Sit's attorney says this is a tragedy that was not intentional.
The dog.
See how wicked these heathen nations are? You see? And you Israelites out there, you need to understand that you have a lot of enemies out here. These heathen nations, these wicked heathen nations, they are your enemies, you see? They're confederate against you. This is Psalms 83. It says, keep not silent, O God, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. Verse 2, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head, you see? They make a tumult. They make a pact against you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you Israelites. All right. Verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. They have consulted against thy hidden ones. You see? Thy people, you Israelites out there. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, so that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Verse 5. It says, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, you see? And then it lists these heathen nations. Verse 6, it says, the tabernacles of Edom, you Edomites, the Ishmaelites, you see, the Moabites, the Hagarenes. And it continues to list the rest of these heathen nations. Amalek, which is the top tribe of the Edomites, you see? So these nations, these heathen nations are confederate against you, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you Israelites out here, you see? They are your enemies, these heathen nations. They are the wicked of the earth, with these Edomites being the top, the seed of the main seed of the wicked. All right. Let's continue the video.
Dogs were discovered at the early hours of the morning when my client woke up. And, I think that from there, it was something that he'd never experienced before. And panic took over. And it took over it took over what his thought process would normally have been.
Gutierrez says she never got her dog's ashes, nor the $3,000 refund she says Sit promised her. Gutierrez says she is grateful to prosecutors for the conviction.
Yes, we have this guilty verdict that we prayed for, we hoped for, we wanted so bad. But it came at a cost. 11 dogs lost their lives because of God knows why.
Sit faces a maximum of nearly 14 years behind bars. His sentencing is scheduled for July 10th. We're live in Irvine. Hetty Chang, NBC4.
You see, the Lord knows why, and we know why they seek the Lord, because the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Let's get that. Let's see. This is Job 9, verse 24. Slovakia. Job 9, 24. It says, Job 9 and 24 says, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. You see, that's why things like that happen, you see. That's why heathen nations seem to, be ruling over us. You see, it says he covered the faces of the judges thereof. You see, if not, where and who is he? You see, so the wicked is talking about these Edomites, but these heathen nations, they learned to do just as wicked, or Salakia, they learned to be just as wicked as the Edomites. You see, so the point is that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So things like that happen too often. You see, by mostly these heathen nations, you see, because you don't hear of any so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans cremating dogs after they unalive them. You see, these heathens, they do the majority of that wickedness. All right, so let's end with this scripture right here in 2nd Esdras, because it was always prophesied that these heathens would be nothing and that the Lord's people would be above all people, you see. But we, because of our disobedience, the Lord brought us to a lower state, you see. So let's end with this scripture in 2nd Esdras 6, verse 50. Salakia. Verse 54. It says, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord over all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen, you see, the children of Israel. Because as it states in Deuteronomy that we were supposed to be above all people that are upon the face of the earth. And it says, all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou hast made the world for our sakes. Let's see. And it says, as for the other people, which also come of Adam, you see, these wicked heathen nations, it says, thou hast said that they are nothing, you see, but be like unto spittle, which is like spit, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel, you see. So these heathen nations, these wicked heathen nations, they've always been destined to be nothing. Verse 57, it says, and now, O Lord, behold, these heathens, you see, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and devour us, you see. Verse 58, but we thy people, the children of Israel, whom thou hast called thy firstborn and thy begotten, Salakia, and thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands, you see. Verse 59, if the world be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? You see, which the Lord sent us into captivity because of the wicked of our doings, but eventually he's going to send the Lord back, Yahushua, his son, to save us and establish the kingdom of heaven for Israel, you see. So I'll end the lesson here. All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem, Rekach Wadash, Shalom.